Okay, why I needed to go because it was getting too long. Time to continue.
Yeah, you'll start.
Nope.
In this hallway you meet the first challenge of the game. At least the first challenge we designed, I guess. Just a simple explanation of what kind of physical challenges the child could go through. That an adult person in a game doesn't have to go through. Where a door is just something you just pass through as an adult, you as a child actually have a physical challenge there and might have to stand on top of something and drag that over to the door before you're able to go for any further. And this is used later in the game as well to build upon the stress moment of having something chasing you and just a physical block that stops you from getting away.
Okay, you enjoyed the rest of the tape? Yes, no? Tell me in the comments.
I must just say I love the sound of the gate here. It sounds almost like a lion or a tiger or something like that. It's perfect as it just emphasizes the way when scared you can put character into small things like a door creak.
Forgot that happened. Well, be gone, soap. You mind? Mind, Teddy, if I listen to this tape before I let you out? Good, thanks.
A little fun trivia is that Teddy being put in the washing machine is had I guess a deeper purpose in an earlier iteration of the game where like we touched upon earlier, where Teddy was the antagonist of the game, of the story, and so we wanted the player to see Teddy being carried out of the room by something seemingly invisible, and then being put. If Teddy was put in the washing machine and something horrible happens to him, then the player would. We hope that the player would not suspect Teddy.
Something's not right. We need to find your mother.
Coach's face is still in pure terror. I just jumped over.
Shh. We have to be very quiet. We can't let it find us.
I remember I did, that was early on in development, I did an event when you got downstairs in the house.
Fine, but you're only having one.
Earlier we had a door that got framed really well as you walk down the stairs. And that door was just a plain old wooden door before, and I added frosty glass on the door and a small shadow behind the creature that is in the house. I added that one behind a small movement. And first time I tested that event on somebody, and it worked as well as I could have ever imagined. that was a perfect moment. Sadly, the entire level got redesigned, so I had to go. But it was a great moment, and I learned a lot about subtlety and horror.
So yeah, the first hallway downstairs. Downstairs we're gonna rev it up a bit with some more intensive sounds. You see like a chair being turned over, it's like really crazy shit. There's even a clock that's ticking sometime. Start hearing the clock, the grandfather clock. I love that sound actually.
But the tumble chair and everything, it does play a part in building the suspense towards when you reach the room. Because upon entering, there's I guess a very subtle type of scare. You have the like there's a flash of lightning and you hear thunder, and that is something we noticed earlier that people did actually just jump a bit from. So it's something that it works well because there are other things that it builds up towards something, and there are other things that takes your attention away. And then as you enter the room, you have the light flash. And it's one of my favorite events in the whole game.
It's good. It's subtle. It's a small jump scare. But it works.
It was a really good sign for us developing that people would get scared at something as small as that, because it just means that they're on edge with the setting and all that we have done that part correctly, which I guess is more than half of making the game scary. Also, this event with the apples, I'm also really fond of. Just the hearing sound and seeing something physical and moving just makes the physical presence of whatever dangerous thing is in the house just feel a lot more real and a lot scarier. Also, this event with the apples, I'm also really fond of. Just the hearing sound and seeing something physical and moving just makes the physical presence of whatever dangerous thing is in the house just feel a lot more real and a lot scarier. But I am also very sad because something happened to the, I don't know what, but the apples and how they roll. They don't. I spent too much time tweaking that. That was one of the first events I think I was tweaking. I was like, yeah, look at this. How they're rolling is perfect, and then something messed up the value, and they don't. Yeah, it's sad.
It completely ruins the game, like
Yes.
all those apples roll.
In general, this is how we feel when we play this game, because we spent 3 years playing this game, and every day we're like, so what is bad? What do we have to make better? Like what is not good enough? So our mind is still, I think, even like half a year after finishing this game, at this point where we're sort of, I remember this, I should have made it better. And I think we are very easy to see all the faults in this game, whereas you guys are lucky because you actually get to play it in packs. We're all sitting here like, I'm not looking forward to that point because I'm gonna have to defend how bad those apples rolled, or
Yeah.
Icke frokost. An internal joke. Our animator has brought lunch one day and he accidentally picked the wrong container, which wasn't his breakfast but just cheese from last night's taco. And I think Svein directly jumped into 3DS Max and modeled this container. So that's the only thing this family has, cheese.
It's also works really well established in the mother as a bad provider. Child needs more than cheese.
Okay, I'll be back. I need to use the restroom. I legit forgot I was recording.
This was, if you go through the hair, I remember you and me, we it up as a sort of tech demo of, Ghost Innocence. But I think that worked really well. Like it's just basically a horse pushing the plate and it falls in front of you. It's a little jump scare again. And I think the same happens if you go over to the radiator. It's probably the most fun I ever had in this game. Is just seeing like, oh look, there's a bear. And it's like suddenly like shh. And a lot of people flinch really bad at that.
Hope you don't hear my chewing.
I think also this was what people saw in the trailer, the teaser, the first thing that got really famous. So I think
Yummy.
in many ways for a lot
Yummy
of
hot.
people this was the
Yummy
game
extra
years
hot
until they started playing.
Cheetos.
And that was also interesting when we worked with the game to know that this is the expectations. If this is defined as what people know the game is. So I think we always kind of try to figure out how can we work on the game. What is the game? What do people expect? How can we work with that? That was definitely an interesting thing about working with putting sounds in and problem design and everything. We had this sort of thing as the status quo, but as a defining level. There's a lot of silence happening this whole way. There's something behind you, there's something in that creek. There's air ventilation going and sort of all builds up to the next lightning, which comes behind a few corners.
The reason for this room being so dark is that we wanted to include some rooms where the player would have to use the teddy light mechanic in order to see, because the teddy light is a really good ability in terms of what it means to just that Teddy is the child's best friend and it makes him feel a bit safer. So we made sure to introduce a couple areas in the game that are so dark that you would have to use the teddy light. And of course it's also scary, so